What's up, everybody? It's Saturday, the 23rd of May, and I'm here on this slightly rainy day in New York City, relaxing for this what is for me a 4-day weekend. So I'm super excited for that. I think, you know, today mainly I want to talk about some things I've been going through lately and just kind of put things out there, like I said, so that people can kind of see what's going on in the inner workings of things. So essentially what I've run into now is that I'm so clear in my goals that it is helpful clarity for me. The problem is that with that kind of clarity comes the need for certain types of boundaries. So this can include things like having set practice times or expectations of people. It comes from protecting your time, like from just a life perspective, like making sure that if I'm going to play from 7 to 10 or if I'm going to stream from 7 to 12, that I'm setting aside that time and protecting it and feeling like if it's important to me, then it's something that I need to make sure that I surround myself with people that respect that that's important to me. I think that the other side of boundaries comes with expectations, and for me what I'm finding is that I'm not always on the same page as people. I can't expect everyone else to be as clear or understanding of my goals as I am of my own goals. And so I think that's a challenge that I'm working with right now. I think the first thing is mainly to think about making sure that when I say certain things, I personify everything and make everything about me as much as I can. In that way, I mean, and this goes for like any kind of conflict resolution, like if you're arguing with a spouse or having a disagreement with a friend or a coworker, it helps a lot to focus on things like saying, what you did made me feel this, or how I feel this way. And that can still offend, I'm finding. I'm learning that sometimes no matter what I do, it's possible to still offend people or for people to be sensitive about certain things or reactive to certain things. So I'm learning to deal with that and how that ties back to my goals and talking about things that I feel strongly about, because I think when it comes to things we're passionate about, it can be more challenging to keep your emotions in check because there is so much emotional investment in something that's so important to you. So that's what I'm working on now. I think that I'm pretty happy with the level of introspection that I've done, and I think that's the thing that comes before any type of hard conversation. It has to be make sure that you've taken the time, the 24 hours or the 48 hours, whatever it is, to not only feel what you feel, but process what you feel and why you feel it. And once you've done that processing, you can then start thinking about how to communicate with others. I think there's a proactive way to communicate about how you feel at first at a high level, saying like, I'm frustrated. Let me think about it for a couple of days and maybe we can talk about it. Like, taking that space is also something that is a boundary you should be able to put up and other people should be able to respect. So when it comes to your goals, stick to your guns. Spend the time on yourself to make sure that you're not being selfish in a way that is disrespectful to others, but put you first, put your goals first, and make sure that you create the boundaries that you can to make that possible. And last thing is that don't expect yourself to be able to solve every problem for yourself or your team. If you're in an esports situation, you can bring yourself to the table 100%, 110%, and put up those boundaries to protect yourself, but there's still going to be people sometimes that either, and for anybody that I'm playing with, I'm not thinking of anyone in particular in case people are watching this, but you really have to think about which people do you want to bring with you along for the ride and which people are there for you, supporting you, while making space for people to have different reactions or to think about things differently than you would have, because not everybody's like you, and you have to understand that. So last thing is apologize. I didn't mean to turn this into a lesson, but I think what I'm learning is that the power of a real apology and genuinely feeling sorry for something and expressing that to someone and how sorry you are, when done genuinely, is one of the more powerful things you can do to repair relationships and friendships. So obviously I got a lot on my mind right now. I'm processing a lot of emotions and thoughts and priorities and thinking about what to do. I don't really have any set goals right now for what I'm going to do in the next month or so, So I'm going to take this long weekend to relax and give myself space to do that, and hopefully hit the ground running, or just keep things moving towards goals that I already have. So thanks so much for watching. Enjoy this rainy Saturday, or not rainy Saturday wherever you are, and I will be back tomorrow.